Shalom, shalom, sisters. We give all honor and glory to Yahweh Shem Shai, Most High God of Israel, and Satan was trying to take away the word. So we're starting over again, and Lord willing, it'll act right this time. Most High willing, it'll act right this time, and there won't be any lagging or any interruptions. Lord willing, y'all will be able to see the verses on the screen as well, and so I am I'm going to go ahead and try to share my screen and see what we're working with. Alright, so we're gonna start this over. So, the Most High put it on my spirit, before we get to that, the Most High put it on my spirit to just come on here and talk about being in college, being on campus, and enduring all the spiritual demons that come at us while we're on campus, while we're in class, wicked thoughts, wicked vain imaginations, in different scenarios. And Lord willing, it's edifying for the sisters only, obviously, and just a little background. I've been in college. This is my third year in college. I just transferred to FAM, and it's very different. It's very different from my past college. Lord willing, y'all can hear me. If it's lagging, let me know. Baba Kasha. And yeah. So I transferred to FAM this semester. I was currently at Georgia Southern. It's a PWI, and it's completely different. Completely different from FAM. More of our people are here, obviously, at HBCU, and there comes more demons. And I know a lot of the times we don't really speak on going to school and being in this truth, and a lot of times our sisters can get caught up in college life, campus life. Oh, come on, I'll praise the Most High. But a lot of times we get caught up, you know. A lot of times we have even, you know, our parents trying to get on us, saying, "Oh, what are they saying?" They'd be like, "Oh, you should go out more. You should do this. You should go to homecoming. You should go to a party or something," which is a spiritual demon saying, because you don't have shalom. You don't have no business going to a party, a college party. There's nothing but wicked spirits there. Nothing but hot, sweaty folk trying to twerk on one another, doing all manners of wickedness, going home with random people, fornicating, lusting, committing adultery, both getting drunk, both getting high. You have no business being at a party. No business. But that's neither here nor there. But in this truth, we have to have a just balance. If we're going to be students, if we're going to be trying to pursue a degree, a career, whatever the case may be, whatever reason you're in college, you got to make sure that you're circumspect of the spirit and making sure that you're being diligent and not letting the spiritual demon sneak up on you and take you out of the state. And you'll be right there with those college students. So, Lord willing, I'm going to share my screen and y'all let me know if y'all can see it. Please let me know if you can see it, or if I need to just read it off my phone. Because when I leave this screen, I won't be able to see anything but what the Bible tab So Bible shall let me know. So I'm sharing it now. The first one I'm gonna get is Proverbs chapter 4. Sorry. Dang. There we go. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23. Alright, now y'all let me know if you can see this. Let me know if y'all can see this. Pop me a shot. Alright. Can y'all see it? I know y'all can't see it right now, but did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Yes, no, maybe. We're just gonna wait for a response. So, no? Y'all gonna see anything? Okay, then I'm gonna say forget it. But I was trying to show y'all the scriptures on the screen. I hate computers. It's always so difficult for no reason. What is this? Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing. I'm gonna stop sharing because I'm not gonna just be reading stuff y'all can't see at this point. Okay, so I'm just gonna read on my phone. Y'all know the scriptures. Hold on, one second, y'all. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Showing off the water for the mighty sister Ariel, dropping the what you call it, precepts in chat. My mind kind of went blank. But Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23. I'm gonna bring this out just to show y'all that we gotta guard our hearts. And it reads, keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. So we gotta keep our heart with all diligence. You can be playing around thinking, yeah, I'm gonna be on campus, you know, it's just school, you know, I'm gonna go to school and no. College campuses have lots of spiritual demons, lots of wickedness, and lots of ways for you to go off. So you gotta make sure that you're making sure that you're circumspect, watching out who's around you, watching what conversations you indulge in, and making sure that the company that you keep is not gonna deter you from your walk with the Most High. And I'm gonna get Proverbs chapter 6 and 25, because a lot of the times, especially if you are around more of your people, Lord willing, brothers and sisters who like heathens, but either way it goes, I love sisters deal with the spiritual demon lust too. It's not spoken on as much, but sisters deal with it, and if you let it, the spirit can overtake you, especially on the college campus. So if you are out on a college campus and you really is, Israel's not ugly. You know, we're made in Yahweh Shemashah's image, so we're not ugly people, and we can acknowledge that. But you got to keep it pushing. There's no trying to have vain imaginations about colleges. You know, he's not a wise man according to Yahweh Shemashah. He doesn't read. He don't pray. He don't study. He don't fast. He over there in all types of abominations. You know, he's just a wicked man. There's no need, trying to be smiling kiki in his face. You still gotta be shamefaced at the end of the day. And I'm gonna get Sirach 26. Hold on. In verse, I want to get 15, but I might get. This is a hard one. I'm gonna get 15 first though. Sirach 26 and 15 reads, a shamefaced woman, a shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace and her mind. So your mind cannot be valued if you are a woman in this truth and you're shamefaced, whether you're married, whether you're single, whatever the case may be. You're keeping your eyes on the ground, and keeping your mind focused on your how about your shy. You're not playing into, kicking it with this Jake, that Jake, giving brothers your number when they, yesterday, it's a perfect example. Yesterday, it was this Eve. She was walking down the street. She had her books in her hand. She had, one of those tops that are like this. It didn't wrap around like this, but she had her titties out. She had her titties out, and she had some, I think, sweatpants on or something. And little do you know, two Jakes in a car have pulled up on her, and they rolled down the window, and the dude in the passenger seat ended up, I guess they said something like, what did they say? They're like, hey, how you doing? And she was like, or what's your name? Something like that. And she responded, oh, they're smiling. She entertained that demon. Even though, they both, living in their sin. But anyways, she played into it. Jake hopped out the car, the dude in the passenger seat, and I froze. Can y'all hear me? But Lord, when y'all can. But so the girl, she was smiling, was like, oh yeah, my name's so and so, whatever. Dude hop out the car. His friend who was driving the car had turned all the way around and had went around. Like the dude got out the car and started walking with the girl to wherever she was going. So I'm like, can I get your number? Da da da. This is what happens. This is what happens on college campuses. And us being in this truth, that's not a good look. That's not a good look. You over there, first of all, not wearing the proper clothes, and you entertain Jake. Because if y'all saw the way she was dressed, we know what Jake wants. So a pretty little light skinned girl. Oh, all personal side. But Jake, he see a light skinned girl, he see, long curly hair. She got her titties out, they're not little. She got a shape on her. So he hopping out the car and giving him her number and stuff. Jake mind in the world, they're not thinking, oh yeah, this sister to the kingdom of Yahweh. They're not thinking that. And that sister, she's not thinking, yo, I want to serve this man. I want to service and reverence him as the Lord. No, that is not what's happening. And we got to make sure that we're being circumspect with that, and also making a covenant with our eyes. But I'm gonna get this one more in Sirach 26 though. Sirach 26 and verse 20. A shamed woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. So if you truly fear the Lord, you're going to be walking in this truth no matter where you go. Whether you go to school, whether you go to the store, whether you go this place, that place. If you say you're in this truth, you need to be walking the walk and talking the talk. It shouldn't be different because, oh, now I'm on this college campus. You're serving at the Lord at the end of the day. No matter where you go, no matter who you with, it don't matter. So you got to make sure that we're being circumspect. Making sure that we're not walking into the day, because the Lord will have mercy on who he has mercy on. But who's to say that You going up out there trying to play around and live campus life and be that college student and have fun, live in your 20s and whatever the case may be. The Lord may take you out of this thing and that'll be it. And your shot at the kingdom is going to be finito. So you gotta make sure that we fear the Lord before all of that. Fear the Lord more than you want to have fun and want to lust and do all this. But this is the book of Job, chapter 31 and verse 1. I made a covenant with mine eyes. Why then should I think upon a maid? So okay, that was Sirach 26 in verse 25. I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 26 and 25. And Job 31 and 1 reads, I'll read it again. I made a covenant with mine eyes. Why then should I think upon a maid? So we should not be thinking upon this Jake, that Jake. That's just not the case. If you are a sister that deals with the spirit of lust, you need to make a covenant with your eyes. Look down. If you see, because we're not blind. We're not blind. So if you see a nice looking brother and you gotta just remember, this precept. I made a covenant with my eyes. Look at, okay, well, just rebuke that thought immediately. Rebuke that. Be like, oh, okay, whatever. Look back down the ground. Look at your phone. Walk away. Do something. Because once you do, you got you thinking vain imaginations. Oh, I wonder what it would be like if we were together. Maybe I should walk by him so that he can see what I look like. And all types of matter of folly and wickedness. Especially because 9 times out of 10, they're not in the truth. They're not in the truth. So, and although there is people who have, ran into people in the truth, they call it, but a lot of the times they don't really be walking the walk. They don't really be truly in this thing. They know, Yahweh Hashem Shai, they say Shalom, Khan, they know all the Hebrew. But you gotta be circumspect too. You gotta prove a friend. Maybe you'll get that. In Sirach chapter. Sirach chapter 6 and verse 7 reads, If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. Do not be hasty to credit these folks. Whether you find a sister in the truth, whether you find a brother in this truth, the rare occasion that you do find a brother on campus, prove that man. See if they're sincere. Don't be so hasty to be like, oh yeah, well he's in the truth. Well, yep, we go together now. No, you gotta prove them. And even if a sister is in the truth or not in the truth, whoever you interact with on campus, you have to prove them. You have to prove them and make sure that they're not, even if they aren't in this truth, make sure they're not just outright just wicked. They're gonna put a stumbling block in front of you, causing you to go off along with them. Because a lot of the times we can have but you're being a light to them as well. They know what's going on. They see that you're walking different, talking different, whatever case may be, just being that light to them. But you can't be friends with everybody, so you gotta make sure that you prove what's evil and good for your soul and give not that unto it. And that's Sirach chapter 37 and 27. Let me get that real quick. It says, My son, prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it. Verse 28. For all things are not profitable for all men, neither hath every soul pleasure in everything. So you being on this college campus, your soul, if you're really in this truth, your soul should have no pleasure being at nobody college party, nobody birthday bash, nobody, what else? Fraternity, sorority, party. You shouldn't be trying to join a sorority. Most are willing. Because, get into that. Let's get into that. Your soul should be vexed of the wickedness that you see on the college campus, not intrigued to want to join them or envy what they got going on. Like, dang, like I can't do this and that. They look like they're having so much fun, but I'm in this truth, so I really can't do that. Like, you shouldn't have that type of attitude. You shouldn't have that type of attitude. Let me see if I can find I know it's meant to be good. Mm, yeah, I'm gonna find it, but I'm gonna try to find it for you a little bit. If y'all know it, yeah, if y'all know the precept talking about basically how our people want to be like the Greeks. It's in either first or second Maccabees, I forget. Mm, I think I might have found it. Hold on. Bear with me, y'all. Yeah, fine. This is First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 11. And it reads, and there out of the world wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So you can't have that type of spirit that our forefathers had. And our forefathers had. You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it and be like, oh well, our people acting like heathens. You be like, oh yeah, well I kind of do want to join a sorority. My mom was an AKA, and she's really been on my back on being one, and all the matters of wickedness. You kind of falling for Jake because he's doing all this. No, do not be stumbling after this wickedness. Do not do it. Do not do it. Because Satan's gonna make it look real good. It's not gonna be easy. Satan gonna come with them bullets. He gonna, Satan knows how to do his job very well. Very well. He does not go against the Most High. He's very obedient to the Most High. So he's not gonna come with no weak stuff. He gonna make it look sweet. You know, might be like, brother might come up to me like, oh yeah, I know the Lord, da da da. And then, I am, but he in a fraternity. Like, where did they do that at? Or he at the party, cutting up, pastor stuff. Wickedness. Like, brother, you say you in the truth, but you far from it. You lost, brother. And let me the next precept. Become. Especially you gotta stay away from these parties, y'all. You gotta stay away from parties. There's no such thing as just I'm just gonna be sitting in the corner, I'm gonna try to be a light at this party. You're not gonna be a light at nobody's party. I'm sorry. You're not. Let's keep it real. You're not gonna be sitting over there like this. Hold on. Like this. What's your mom's apparel on? Your friend is at the bottom. You over there like this. They kind of got the music. Got me in a chain. No, Satan's gonna hop on you. Satan's gonna hop on you, and now you twerking in the club with fringes on. That's madness. You do not want to bring offense to the ministry. And let me get that real quick. Okay, this is the book. Ooh, Sahil. That's pure madness. That's pure madness. Come on, the spirit's gonna see that light and try to put your light out. Come on. Like you were tempted to go to the club and you went. You thought just because you was dressed, you didn't have your body all out and all that, you still going on. Get that one first. First Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 22. And I'll get my next one. And it reads, woo, so lucky. It reads, abstain from all appearance of evil. Plain and simple. So if you have no business there, don't be there. If you over there, you say you in the truth, and you know the truth. You know that we're living in the last times, and that we need to be serious about our walk with the Most High. But you don't really wear your fringes. You don't really make an effort to go get fringes, hit a sister up to make you some fringes, make you some ZZs, whatever the case may be, and you just wearing kind of whatever, and you just hanging out with whoever, we gonna think you regular Eve. And that's just plain and simple. Not that you're doing it for men, because we do all things for you. How about Shemir Shy? But if men are looking at you and you don't look any type of different, you're not set apart. You're not acting set apart in the physical or on the inside. So how much more the Lord? The Lord requires us to be modest. He requires us to be set apart. He requires us to abstain from all appearance of evil. Because that looks like evil. And you, all your friends that you hang out with every day after class, you going over there, they smoke, they drink, they hunch on this man, hunch on that man, they do whatever. They're going to be thinking birds of a feather flock together. Like, this is who you associate yourself with. Be for real. What are we going to think about you? The Lord is no different. But let me get, yeah. Okay, this is Second Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 3. And it reads, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. Because at the end of the day, we represent the Lord. No matter what it is. If you're out there, you posting on your story, you and your friends, you got this immodest clothing on. Next thing, the next story, you tap it, boom, now y'all out getting drinks. Kind of got another clip, the next clip, your friend over there drunk, tumbling over, and then you tap again, and then, oh, y'all got edibles or something. Y'all smoking, whatever the case may be. We're going to be like, not even we. The Lord is going to be like, what are you doing? This is not what I represent. And if we say we're in the truth, we got to walk like we're really in the truth. We can't be, messing up our face card with the Lord, basically. Because you over here entertaining all this wickedness, you think it's evil, you think it's funny, seeing your sisters go off, and you over there just like, oh, ha, ha, ha. You're not rebuking them. You over there saying, oh, yeah, I'm just being a light, I'm over there, we just cool. There's a difference between being a light and just plain on just being with them, joining them in their wickedness, but knowing the truth. So you just gotta be mindful of that. Let me get James 4:4. So we gotta make sure we have to count the cost of this thing. If you really trying to be in this truth, then you cannot be friends with the world. And this is what the Lord said about it, not me, from the Lord. James 4:4 reads, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of Yahweh. Plain and simple. The last precept was 2 Corinthians 6:3. But yeah, a lot of these campuses have adulterers and adulteresses everywhere. This person hunch on that person, and they hunch on their friend, and this and all that. It's all matters of wickedness. Their friendship is with the world, not Yahweh Shemir Shai. But we are trying to strive for that relationship with the Most High. So we cannot be friends with the world. We cannot be, oh man, I really want to go tailgating and go to the after party after this football game, basketball game, whatever they be doing. But it was 2 Corinthians 6:3. 6:3, not 23. But we gotta make sure that we're not a friend of this world and getting caught up in this world, because we know what the Lord's gonna do when He comes back. When Yahweh Shai come back, anybody, if you're the enemy of the Lord, you're done for. You're done for. Especially if you knew the truth and you still chose to be friends with the world, the The Lord has something for that. Let me get that precept. Woo. Fuck y'all. What is Sirach? Sirach chapter. Sirach chapter 26 and 28. You good, sis. There be two things that grieve my heart, and the third maketh me angry. A man of war that suffereth poverty, and men of understanding that are not set by, and one that returneth from righteousness to sin. The Lord prepareth such an one for the sword. So if you are in this truth and then you let the spiritual demon Satan, knock you off your path, get you to go off, hold on, then the Lord's going to have a sword prepared for you. Hold on. But no, the Lord's going to have a sword prepared for you. Like, it's not going to be, the Lord's not going to be like, oh, well, she was in the truth for most of the time in college, and now she's kind of messing up. So I'm going to have mercy on her. No, the Lord said right there, plain and simple in the spirit, that He's going to have a sword waiting for you. You don't get knocked off right along with the other 2/3. Come on. Kilo! No. 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 But, y'all. So, I'm going to get Sirach chapter 19, verse 2. Sirach 19 and 2 reads, wine and women will make men of understanding to fall away. Hold on. But it's okay. Sirach 19 and 2 reads, wine and women will make men of understanding. That we gotta make. So, can y'all hear me? Is it lagging? No, one is not. But these are things we gotta abstain from. We gotta make sure that we're not letting wine or men or women, anyone, make us fall away from Yahweh Shai. Wine could be, so you over there like, hey, well, the Lord said I can drink. So I go to the little party, throw some shots back. I can just know my limit. But it's all wickedness. That party. That's not wise. That can make you fall away from this thing. If you cleave on the harlots, whether it's men harlots, whoremongers, or if it's women harlots, having harlots as friends, that's it. That's it. You'll come impudent. And let's get that word, impudent. So impudent means not showing due respect for another person. Right. So you're not showing your due respect to the Most High God when you are letting wine and women/men fall away from the truth. You gotta be firm and steadfast in the truth, unmovable. You shouldn't be cleaving unto wickedness, harlotry, and fleeing from temptation. You gotta flee from temptation in this thing. And it's, on a daily basis, we gotta do that, but especially if you're gonna be on this college campuses. Your actions are gonna affect every aspect in this belief, in this walk. So most of the time it's not like boom, I'm at the club, I'm starting doing all this. It's subtle. You can't be ignorant of Satan's devices. A lot of times it's real subtle. Like you just, see he like to creep in, you know, find somebody, they cool. Y'all kicking, y'all, oh yeah, text me sis, da da da. And then the next week, y'all finally go on a little smoothie date or something. Then the next time, little girl, you want to go to this party? I'm like, oh girl, I don't know, I'm not really supposed to do that. She's like, oh no, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, a lot of people that are being there, they read the Bible too. Maybe you could tell them about that. And you're like, oh yeah, I would love to tell them about it. All that. And then next thing you know, you at the party and it don't even go like that. Now you're at the party, you done messed up, you feel, now you gotta repent, and it's just a whole lot of stuff you could have avoided. But your actions will come more and more and more, what's the word I'm looking for? Evil if you let it. The same desires to sift us out as wheat. So we don't want to end up falling out of the truth. We don't want to end up falling out of the truth because we don't care about our actions. We care about, being cool and experience college life and having stories to tell your grandkids. If we even make it to that point, your kids, whatever the case may be, we don't want to have vain imagination, vain hopes, and evil thoughts and actions. So let me get First Thessalonians chapter 4 verse 3, and I'm gonna read verse 4 as well. And it reads, for this is the will of Yahweh, even your sanctification, that ye should abstain from fornication, that you should possess his vessel in sanctification and honor. So you gotta know how to possess your vessel. And we know that our bodies is a temple of Yahweh Shem Shai. So you gotta make sure that you're walking like that, representing the Lord of righteousness, just like we were saying earlier. Making sure that we're possessing our vessel with sanctification and honor. You're not honoring your vessel by wearing your modest clothing. You're not, you know, you're not possessing your vessel in righteousness when you're lusting after that brother or that sister, a homosexual demon, whatever the case may be. It isn't against any focus of the kingdom. Exactly. When you are thinking about fornicating, oh, I'm sorry, waiting for a husband, da da da. Or maybe I can make this with my husband, but he's not righteous. You haven't proved him. He don't give two freaks about the Lord. Word is true, but you say forgive. He'll be my husband. Just because you're moving the spirit of lust. That's not honoring your vessel or sanctifying your vessel. You got to be separate from the world and honor the Most High God. Dang it. It's pretty sad. This is second Esdras, verse 21, and it reads, For Yahweh hath given strict commandment to such as came what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him, and imagined vain things, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not, and knew not his ways. So by doing these wicked deeds, you're only deceiving yourself. You're not deceiving the Most High. He sees exactly what you're doing. He knows your intent. He knows what you're thinking. He knows what you're looking at, what you're lusting after. He knows all that. So you're only deceiving yourself. And by going against the word of the Most High God, when He gave us that command to be sold, to be vigilant, to be set apart, to be diligent through the power of Spirit of Yahweh Shai. Because when you operate in that type of spirit, like you don't care, the Most High is gonna take it as that. If you walking like you don't care, walking like, oh yeah, well I'm trying to be this college student, I'll pick up the Lord when I get home. At the end of the night, or I'll pray, when I wake up and then I go to school. I don't pick the Lord back up until I get home. If that. don't want to be like, even if you aren't participating in parties or having this type of friend, that type of friend, if you're consumed in schoolwork and not having that just balance, that's wicked in the eyes of the Lord too. Because school can be an idol as well. And you kind of wake up, you kind of hurry up, get dressed for school. Although you do have your mom's prayer along, you in there. Some days take your little notes, whatever study. But if you staying at the library for hours studying, wait, Esau wants you to study for this degree, but you haven't even read one verse out the Bible all day. It's idolatry. And then you get home, all you doing is homework studying for that test, studying for this quiz, whatever the case may be. But you ain't made no time for the Lord. That's wicked as well. You gotta have a just balance. And that's Proverbs 11:1. I'll get it real quick though. A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. So you having that false balance is an abomination to the Lord. That's just like if you would go eat a ham sandwich. It's the same thing. Both of them are abomination to the Lord. So you gotta make sure that we're not giving our time over to too much of anything that's not having to do with Yahweh Shem Shai. Obviously, if you have to go to school, do your thing, but make sure that you fit in the Lord in it as well. So I feel, but yeah, you gotta make sure that you're just being mindful of that. Being mindful of that. And also, let me get this. Real quick. Let me get Galatians 5:19 through 21. Because these are the works of the flesh. And we see, if you go to campus, you will see the works of the flesh happening. And it reads, now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery. You see that all the time. Fornication. You definitely see that. You definitely see that. This and that going on. Y'all know. Uncleanness. Because I'm sure even if they are punching and all that, there's a lot of uncleanness going on. Whether it's in the spirit, whether what they eating or what they doing, it's unclean. They're not following the laws of cleanness. Lasciviousness. You got our sisters. They out there wearing whatever or nothing, which I should say, and yeah, provoking folks, flirting, doing all that in the spirit of our rights to our mothers. Idolatry, just like I was just speaking on earlier. Idolatry, putting school before the Most High God. Witchcraft. We see all types of witchcraft on campus. Hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envy, murders, drunkenness, revelings. That's like, the parties and stuff. And such like of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they would count. So we see all these things. We see all the works of the flesh on campus at an all-time high. But if you're walking in this flesh, if you're walking in this faith, then your spirit will not enjoy these type of environments that I talked about. Environments that are wicked, that are not the Most High God. And your spirit should be vexed around wickedness. You shouldn't be comfortable with seeing your brothers and sisters go off. That's not love, plain and simple. So if you're truly walking in this thing, you walking in the truth, the sincerity, then you should be good. But if you're not, you find yourself falling into these wicked environments, you gotta self-examine, you gotta purge that out. You gotta cut some folks off, let them know, like, hey, like, I can't be really hanging out with you because you got me doing stuff I'm not supposed to do. That's not pleasing in the eyes of the Lord. Love you, but deuces. Got to go. Long handle spoon. Love them with a long handle spoon. So, ooh, so yeah. But yeah, you gotta just take a step back and make sure that you're walking in the spirit and debating if, am I walking in the flesh or am I walking in the spirit? If I go to this event, am I gonna be walking in the spirit? Or am I gonna be moving the spirit of the flesh? The spirit of the flesh. But you just gotta know wicked situations lead to wicked outcomes. You gotta have common sense in this thing, spiritual discernment. And sometimes, granted, you do need some colleagues in this thing. You might need to talk to an advisor, somebody who knows a lot about your major, something that's gonna help you for your degree, handling business. And there's nothing wrong with that as long as you're being, the woman of the Lord. And I'm gonna get this. You gotta use this world, not abuse it. First Corinthians chapter 7:1. And it reads, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. So this world is gonna be gone. So don't get caught up in, I'm trying to talk to this person, talk to this person, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to experience this, I'm trying to go to the beach, I'm trying to do this, and that. Whatever the case may be, you can't get caught up in that. You can't get caught up in that. Do your business, go to school for what you're going there for. In righteousness. But it's trying to get a certain degree so you can be this career person, whatever. But do it in righteousness. Use the world, don't abuse it. If you're going to school to get paid, do that. Just go to class, go home. So, let me see. Let me get 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 1 through 3. And it reads, for as much then as Christ has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that hath suffered in the flesh hath ceased from sin, that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of Yahweh. So if you're in this truth, you're saying, okay, I repented for my sins. I'm not going to keep transgressing the law of the Lord, the commandments of the Lord. You got to walk that for real. You got to remember everything that Yahweh did for us, because he didn't have to, he didn't have to do that. But Yahweh loved us so much that he suffered for us in this flesh. So we got to suffer in this flesh. We got to put our flesh in it. We cannot be just going on and fulfilling the lust of the flesh. That's wicked. And that's off. So we got to arm ourselves with that same mind. Like, okay, the burden of Yahweh is easy. His yoke is light. So we got to make sure that we're not living in the flesh for the rest of the time that we're even here. Not giving in to the lust of men, but to the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai. What's the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai? Keeping these commandments. All of them, not just some of them. Not just, when I'm at home chilling and want to read about everywhere. And let me get verse 3 as well. For the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries. So in this situation with college, the idolatries with putting school first, whether it's your books and your studies, you just can't get enough of it, you don't have to just balance. Or you any sororities or want to be next to these fraternities, whatever case may be, you always trying to go to these banquets or go like clubs, stuff like that, or having that excess of wine, you're up here trying to get drunk, trying to do shots, trying to do this and that. Lasciviousness and lust, they kind of go hand in hand. You're wearing provocative clothing, you're not being modest in the spirit or out in the flesh. And we just gotta make sure that we're separated ourselves from that world completely. We gotta completely separate ourselves from the world. And let me see. I don't know if I got 1 Peter 5 and 8, but I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it again if I already got it. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And Satan has devoured a lot of our people on these campuses. You see it all the time. Devoured. You gotta really, when you walk on campus, you really gotta see everything with a spiritual eye. You really do. You gotta see it as the Most High life. The Most High approved of me doing this, and never to be prideful against our people because we were once there, but we can't stay where they're at. We don't want to be backtracking in this walk, and you gotta make sure that we're not getting high, not getting drunk. Protecting our spirit, being watchful of who we let around us, who we let come chill with us, or we chilling with them, whatever case may be, because we don't want to conform to this world. Let me get Romans 12 and 2. And it reads, and be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of you. How about Shemel Shah did not ask you to go to the bikini the bikini volleyball game? They didn't. He did not invite you to go take Jello shots. He didn't. And Jello's unclean anyway. So we can't be conformed to this world. We can't be trying to do what they do. Kick it with them, join the wicked clubs, be hand in hand with the enemy. We can't do that. That's not what the Lord ordained for us. And also a couple more precepts. I have a couple more precepts on, sisters dealing with the spirit of lust as well. And on campus. So Sirach chapter 25 and verse 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman or a man, and desire her not for pleasure. You shouldn't be desiring him after pleasure. You shouldn't be looking at him like, dang, I wonder what he got going on. What he doing, they didn't know. So let me get this other one. Sirach 9 and 8. Turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman or a man, and look not upon another's beauty. For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman or a man. For herewith love is kindled as a fire. You do not want to be taken away by. Do not be deceived. They can be pretty demons too. They can be handsome demons, and you'll be stuck with a demon. You don't want to do that. So do not lust, do not stumble over these brothers or these jakes. I don't care what they got going on. If they ain't talking about these law, statutes, commandments, if they ain't trying to lead you, they don't fear the Lord. This shouldn't even be a thought. Keep it pushing. Let me get 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. And it reads, an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. If you're dealing with something, you're struggling with something, you struggle being shamefaced, Satan's going to try to put that in your way. The Lord's going to try to test you. See if you really about this truth, really in this walk. If you struggle with being modest, He's really going to try you with that. He's going to put sisters around you who don't dress modest, kind of have the ads on your phone of immodest women, on Shein or whatever the case may be. You're like, dang, like, my body would really look good in that, whatever. Satan's gonna try to tempt you. We're not ignorant of his devices, though. You gotta fight that. You gotta fast on that thing, pray on that thing, rebuke Satan out loud. But we gotta be diligent through the Spirit and making sure that we're really being watchful and circumspect, no matter what the Spirit is. And this is Matthew chapter 26, verse 41. And it reads, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. And the flesh is very, 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 very weak. If you have been through anything in this truth, if you're really in this truth, you have that against the Lord. Whether that's, and that doesn't have to just be sexual. That could just be, wanting to wear whatever you want. That's not according to the Lord. Wanting to hate that brother or sister, wanting to envy this person, wanting to, you know, eat this thing, it's unclean, wanting to get drunk, forget your problems, wanting to smoke, forget your problems, wanting to be idle to the spirit, you don't want to read. These are lusts of the flesh. So we gotta make sure that, like we said earlier, because spirit is willing. We want to go hard for the Lord. We want to endure. We want to do this and that. But the flesh is like, man, forget this. I'm tired of this. Make pain go away. Let's just be done with it. But we can't have that attitude. We got to kill off the lust of the flesh and not give place to the devil. And that's Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 27. Let me get that. It reads, neither give place to the devil. Plain and simple. Neither give place to the devil. Once you give place to Satan, he got you. He got you. He's gonna do his job. It's been a snowball effect. A snowball effect. You done went off a little bit and you're like, oh well. Satan kind of be like, oh well, you already went off. You might as well do this, and that. Boom, next thing you know, you out of the truth. Just like that. Well, we can't let Satan get us like that. You can't let him take us out the game like that, man. But this is also why you need sisters. This is why you need sisters in the truth. Like, it's better to surround yourself by like-minded people rather than trying to be friends with these college students because she's in my major, she's in my science class, so we're gonna be friends. Some friends here, sisters are not able to be alone. They don't want to do anything if they don't have anybody to walk with. Oh, I can't go to the lunchroom. I can't eat today because I don't have a friend walking me and sit with me and eat. Girl, if you don't go in there and eat, sit down and eat, and go back to class. You can't have that type of spirit. You got the angels. The Lord sitting with you the Lord gonna sit at you at the table. Read, occupy yourself, put on some music. You ain't gotta have plans to do something. It's way better to have a righteous friend. And if you don't have a righteous friend, it's better than to have no friends than to have a wicked friend. So I'm gonna get stop y'all. You damn fruit flies, boy, I tell you. But I'm gonna get 1 Corinthians 10:13. And read, taking you, but it's such as is common to men. But Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. So, but no temptation is taking this from the man. Okay? And you're gonna make sure that you are keeping yourself occupied and keeping yourself around sisters in the truth. Because there's lots of sisters in the truth on IG, Facebook, that go to and stick together. Maybe Lord willing, reach out, make a little club at school if that's what you can do, and see if there's any other Israelite sisters. Maybe put a little flyer up. Hey, contact me. Any sisters, contact me if you're in the truth. We can link up, prove those sisters, and boom, it could be a beautiful thing. And y'all, look at y'all being a whole group on the college campus. And that's a beautiful thing, according to the Lord. Common sister said, you don't want to keep getting deeper and deeper. Exactly. You definitely don't want to do that. You don't want to tempt the Lord. And this is 1 Corinthians 10:9. Neither let us tempt Christ, as some of them also tempted and were destroyed of serpents. You don't want to be destroyed of serpents. You don't want to be taken out of this thing because you want to tempt the Lord. And I'm gonna get a few closing precepts, and then that'll be it. And if you say you're in this truth, you gotta bring out the classic. Sirach 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare yourself for temptation. When you wake up in the morning and you get ready to go to class, make sure to make that time special for the Lord. Pray, ask the Lord to protect your spirit from any wicked spirits, from any wicked plagues. You know, pray that the Lord doesn't give you over to the lust of the flesh, to want you to go off and do wickedness. Prepare yourself. You gotta prepare yourself because you're going out into a war, a battle with many spirits. You gotta protect your spirit. You gotta be between classes. Make time for the Lord. If the teacher hasn't walked in and started class yet, pull out your phone real quick instead of scrolling on damn IG. You can be scrolling through some scriptures, whatever scriptures you're struggling with. Whatever precepts I dropped tonight, you can go over those while you sitting in class. If you got a little time in between classes, you're not going home or eating or anything like that. Read, go to the bathroom, pray. Con, that holy girl, con. But let me get standing out, being set apart. Y'all could be like other sisters. Exactly. You should strive to be the light in their darkness. That's not what you're placed here for. Let me get 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 9 and 10. And it reads, the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness, and despise government. Presumptuous are they, self-willed, they are evil of dignities. So let's break that down. Basically, the Lord knows how to deliver the godly out of temptation. Just like 1 Corinthians 10:13 says, you can be delivered out of that temptation with the word of the Most High God. You're going over the scriptures. You're busting the fast. You're staying in the spirit. You're praying when you can't at school. So the Lord knows how to deliver the godly out of temptation. You just got to want it. You can't be self-willed in this thing. You'd be like, oh, well, I know the will of the Lord is for me to keep the commandments of the shamefaced and be modest in front of everyone, no matter where I'm at. But I kind of want to show out. I kind of want to turn up with these girls over there. That's not the Lord. And the Lord is going to reserve us sisters that are moving in the spirit of being self-willed. You don't want the will of the Lord. You want your will. You want to fulfill your flesh and do what you want to do because it's college life and you only live once and da-da-da. You can't have that type of spirit because the Lord's going to reserve the unjust for the day of punishment. When how shot comes back, you don't want to be caught out there with all the sisters who want to party and be wicked and nasty, being in the lust of their uncleanness, and you be caught up with that because you don't respect government, which is your Yahweh Shem Shai. You don't respect your masters that are over you, which may be your husband if you have one. But if you don't, ultimately Yahweh Shem Shai, regardless if you're married or single. So if you don't want to be reserved to be punished or reserved to be just like Sirach 25 and 28, have that sword waiting for you because you turn from righteousness to wickedness. So we don't want to be walking after the lust of the flesh, the lust of uncleanness, and we gotta make sure we move in the right spirit. Yeah, we gotta move in the right spirit. And I have homework, y'all. James chapter 1. Let me start at 12. It's going to be the last precept. Lord willing, it's edifying for y'all. These are precepts I've been meditating on myself because it is challenging being on a campus with wickedness, but it's nothing that we can't endure and overcome. So it's James chapter 1, verse 12, and I'm start at 15. And it reads, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of Yahweh, for Yahweh cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then, when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. So you got to make sure that we got to make sure that we're staying blameless, not causing offense, you know, making sure that we're praying, asking the Lord to see how we can be better perfect servants, how we can better be light, and not be going off. Because once that lust is conceived and you let that sit in you, it's wrapped. Now you sin it, and sinning brings forth death. You know that sin is the transgression of the law. But I love y'all very much. Keep enduring, fight temptation, and I pray, Lord willing, that if any sisters are on campus, please, please, please stay girded up. This is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10 on down. Put that armor of multi on, making sure that you're walking in the right spirit. Do not be living a double life, living like doing this truth on IG, but you just see another person, a regular regular Eve. Baba Gashab, continue to be praying, being diligent for the Lord, continue to make your call and election sure, work out your own salvation. And I love y'all sisters very, very much. And hit me up if y'all ever need anything. I am always available. Lord willing, I can be more consistent with being on here and doing lives and such as the Lord puts it on my spirit. But I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High God of Israel. All Yahweh Hashem and Mashiach like Yahushai. Barakatah Habatha to all the sisters who have joined and will join. And I pray the Lord have a